Hey guys, it's Coach T at the River Valley District Library again. Um, Last time we had covered the PEC system, and this time I kind of wanted to talk about some different sensory things. When we got this grant down at the library, we were able to purchase a lot of amazing, wonderful things for individuals with sensory needs. A lot of times this is correlated with people on the spectrum, or those diagnosed with autistic spectrum disorder or ASD. Um, but you don't have to be. There's a lot of different developmental disabilities or even learning disabilities out there that fall in that have some kind of sensory need. But what does that mean? I find that a lot of people have a very slim idea when they're talking about those with sensory disorders. A lot of times it's just avoidance. I'm going to wear my headphones, I'm going to keep my hood up, I'm going to wear sunglasses inside. I don't like the light, I don't like the smell, I don't like the taste. But there's also the exact opposite. There are sensory seekers as well. Those who their senses are almost very numb, so they need something loud and bright and explosive and full of flavor to fill that hole. So you kind of just have to know the one you have at home. I mean, a lot of it you can really tell by an individual's diet. If they're a avoider, you will kind of see them be on what's called like a white food diet, where they naturally drift towards things that are white, your mashed potatoes without gravy, or your rice, or your processed chicken, chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, your white breads. Your sensory seekers, on the other hand, will go out and find things with like a lot of garlic, onion, wasabi peas, things that are much more exciting diet-wise because they're seeking, they're looking for something different, bigger, better. So when we talk about sensory needs and using sensory items, you kind of have to understand how to use each item depending on your individual at home. So if your individual is a sensory avoider, you might not want to put them in a dark room by themselves with this light, right? There's a lot going on. We're trying to calm them. We're trying to bring them out of whatever anxiety state, however they got there. So the lamp can be good, but it may be good in a brighter light, right? We don't want to overwhelm them with a singular item. Now, if they're a sensory seeker and they're in an anxiety state, it could be good to put them in a dark room and have the light on. Everything gets much brighter. The colors are more vibrant. It's going to draw a lot more attention and block out some of the other things, and it's really going to focus one of their senses on this lamp. The biggest thing when looking for some of these items is notice that it's not a strobe light, right? It's not a disco ball. It slowly fades in and out. The jellyfish aren't shooting all over the place. They slowly float up, then they slowly sink down. Everything's very calm because that's the state we're aiming for. And a lot of this needs to be used when your student is in, or your individual at home has that anxiety state. Because we tend to use a lot of these things as toys or, lava lamps, it loses its effect. We become kind of numb to them as is. The more we do something, the more we use something, the less effective it becomes, just like any kind of medication. So my one biggest advice is make sure you know your individual at home and how to use your sensory equipment. But the biggest thing too is don't overuse it. Make sure you use it when it is appropriate. Because if we're overusing it, then we're going to lose that effect and we're going to have to try to look and try to find for something new. But otherwise, there's a lot of really cool stuff out there. And if you guys want any advice and would like to know more, feel free to call down to us at the River Valley District Library and we'll answer any questions we can. See you guys next time.